Hello, for this video unboxing we've got some battle mats for you. These have just arrived from a company called the Killing Fields in Maryland, USA. So this is the big box that they've come in. We're going to take them out, spread it on the floor, take a look at it and show you what the battle mats are made of, quite literally. So here we go. We've got 4 in this box in total, but this is how they come. They come folded. Obviously you wouldn't be able to send it without folding it all the way across the Atlantic, so we're going to take it out, spread it on the floor and then give it a close look. So this is the SG Static Grass Flexi Battle Mat from Killing Fields. Something else you'll notice straight away is when you have a good look at it is the fact that it's got a lot of creases in, which is unsurprising, as I say, considering it's come all the way across the Atlantic. And in that particular bit over there we've got almost like a free hill with it, really. It does say that it's very good for putting things underneath to create elevation and to create your own hills. So for example, you could put copies of War Games Illustrated, which I do advise you buy 10 of them, put it under there and create your own hill like that. Before we start doing any of that, really, we've got to try and flatten these creases out. So it suggests that you can put books or magazines on top to flatten out the creases like that. And over there where there's this big hill, we've got to do that with quite a lot of weight, I would imagine, and then we'll see what that looks like after we've left it for a few hours. Okay, right, so it's been 24 hours since we placed all these weights on top of the battle mat. We're now going to take them all off and see how it's fared after 24 hours being weighed down. Right, so we've given it 24 hours, we've taken all of the random weights off that we put on there to flatten it out, and as we can see it is a bit better. It's certainly flattened out to some extent, but it's not completely flat. We can see a bit of a ridge down the middle. We had a big sort of bump here, it was almost like a free hill that we got with it. That's still there, that's not gone. And yeah, a few ridges and creases that we'll have to decide if you want to buy one, whether you can live with those. It does say that to create your own hills, you know, put your standard hills underneath the cloth to create these bumps in the landscape, which again they are a bit springy. Sort of that valley between the two hills is a bit springy, where the cloth is not laying down completely flat. Let's have a look at what it's like putting figures on now. So I've got some multi-base and single base figures, and we'll try putting those on and see what they look like on the flock. So here's the figures going down. These are multi-base ones, so these are always going to sit a bit easier. Hopefully you can see that it does look great. I mean, the material that's being used, the static grass, is nice and firmly fixed, and it does look very realistic, which is good. The figures are sitting on there quite nicely, and they move across, they slide across quite well as well. That's the multi-base figures. The single base figures, again, they sit pretty well. They're bending a bit towards the left or to the right, but not bad at all, really. So it's a bit of a compromise that you do get with the really realistic looking terrain. Now we've even got some buildings as well that we can put down. The buildings sit particularly nicely. They're quite heavy with the broader base, so they look good. So yeah, everything sits okay. You know, on that again, we've got the hill under there that they're just sliding down only very slightly. But all in all, I think the figures are sitting on the mat pretty good. So hopefully that's giving you a good idea of what the Killing Fields SG Static Grass Flexi Battle Mat is all about. We've really given it a good road test. Ideally, you know, we'll leave it for a while longer yet to settle, and hopefully these last ridges will completely go. It's also bearing in mind that this is a 6x4 mat in theory, but actually it's bigger than that, so it will overhang a 6x4 table, and maybe if you pin it in around the table it'll sit even nicer. As well as the Static Grass Flexi Battle Mat, the Killing Fields also do teddy bear fur mats as well, so sort of more traditional teddy bear fur mat. Again, this is oversized 6x4, you could say, and this has got the nice soft teddy bear fur. This is really what the comb's for, actually, so if you've got a comb you can brush against the grain of the fur to lift it up. And you're probably familiar with how the figures sit on the teddy bear fur, so I won't bother showing that. But two different types of mats that the company makes. So basically the Static Grass and the teddy bear fur mat, both of which, once you've watched these videos, you can decide for yourself if they're the tabletop covering for you.
This video has been brought to you by WI Prime, Wargames Illustrated Magazine's online members club. View more videos or find out more about WI Prime by following these links.